In my first ever World Cup match, Algeria beat one of the favourites was out 2-1. This was a big shock.
Argentina are the current World Cup champions after beating France on penalties in 2022 World Cup in Qatar.
Yeah, brilliant. Team, midday, yes, Kangaroos, yes, manager of soccer and Kangaroos.
Austria were involved in the highest scoring game in World Cup history when they beat Switzerland 7-5 in 1954. That's 12 goals.
Belgium's all-time top goal scorer is Romelu Lukaku, who has scored 90 goals over 125 games.
Bosnia and Herzegovina knocked out Italy on penalties during the 2026 World Cup qualifiers after a 1-1 draw where Italy had a player sent off.
Crazy hamburger! Crazy hamburger!
Brazil are the only nation to have been at every World Cup. They have also won the World Cup 5 times.
Cabo Verde are appearing at the World Cup for the first time ever this year. Cabo Verde is a collection of islands off the coast of West Africa.
Canada is one of the host nations for the World Cup. It is the first time they have ever been a host country.
For Canada, where you don't need to play football to afford college.
Former player of Costa Ivory and Chelsea legend Didier Drogba helped bring a ceasefire to the country during a civil war when the team qualified for the World Cup for the first time in 2005.
Gabriel James Rodriguez was the top scorer of the World Cup in 24 and was given the reward for the best goal of the whole year for his goal against Hungary.
Croatia were runners-up in 2018 and came third in 2022.
Curacao are the smallest nation to ever qualify for a World Cup, with a population of 155,900. This is only about half the population of Bradford.
No.
Czechia used to compete as Czechoslovakia until 1993. Since then they have been known as the Czech Republic or Czechia.
Passport check, camera check, traveler's checks check.
Congo DR have competed at the World Cup under a few different names. Belgian Congo, Congo Kinshasa and Zaire.
Ecuador are the name that treats after their flags with 3 colours on it: yellow, blue and red.
Egypt's captain and star player Mohamed Salah has scored the most Premier League goals for a non-English player with 193.
England won the World Cup for the only time in 1966. When they last hosted the tournament, they beat West Germany 4-2 in the final at Wembley.
Good morning, England! You tell us something your mum doesn't know. Yeah.
But I'm going back of the top to remember my favorite my father British president and won the World Cup and presidency.
You know what they call cheese in Paris? What they call it? Le fromage. Le fromage. Man, it's like those French guys have a whole other language. Yeah.
Germany used to copy us to nations West Germany and East Germany. This was between 1949 and 1990 because of the split of the country after World War II.
Georgia. The all seasons and World Cup game is saw and then kick out is the first final after Mrs. Georgia is prepared and he good by shop is good. He had the fish the prepared the parent and ate up really kick out.
Ow! Ouch! Suarez! Ow! Suarez! That really hurt!
Haiti have qualified for the World Cup for the first time since 1974.
Iran won 3 Asian Cups in a row from 1968 to 1976, the best run in the tournament history.
Asia is second ever World Cup in 1986. They did win the season game.
It's not just a boulder, it's a rock.
It's the first ever appearance at a World Cup for Jordan, having never qualified before. Their Prime Minister has signed a new decree that allows public sector workers to start late so they can watch all of their team's matches.
Do you think that we are now finally deep inside Jordan?
The Women Republic knocked out were Ghanaian world champion Germany in the 2018 World Cup and beat Dunu.
Open Gangnam Style.
Mexico is one of the 3 host nations for this year's World Cup. It is their 3rd time hosting the Men's World Cup.
Morocco is the first African nation to reach the World Cup semi-finals 2022. Current African Cup of Nations champions.
This fact is for Sarah C, who's on holiday. The Netherlands have been runners-up at the World Cup 3 times in 1974, 1978 and 2010. They have never managed to win the World Cup.
Hello, Dutchie.
New Zealand, the only team that didn't lose at the 2010 World Cup. They drew all 3 of their games.
The Hobbit's the only thing about New Zealand! Have you seen Lord of the Rings? This is me in New Zealand!
Norway's star player is Erling Haaland, the Premier League top goal scorer from this season. Surprisingly, despite playing for Norway, he was actually born in Leeds. This is because his dad is a former player who was playing for Leeds at the time.
Panama scored their first ever World Cup goal in 2018 against England in a 6-1 defeat. They play England again in this World Cup in their 3rd game.
Paraguay legend Jose Luis Chilavert scored 67 goals. That's impressive because he was actually a goalkeeper. He retired in 2004.
When this series started, the oldest outfield player after 2026 is veteran player Cristiano Ronaldo is 41 years old.
Qatar hosted the last World Cup in 2022, the first Middle East nation to ever host a World Cup.
Today I feel Qatari. Today I feel African. Today I feel gay. Today I feel disabled.
Saudi Arabia beat the eventual winners of the 2022 World Cup, Argentina, in their first group game.
Scotland haven't qualified for the last 7 World Cups. That's a 28-year gap since their last one in 1998.
Scotland is our place called home. I'm Scottish!
Senegal run the most recent Africa Cup of Nations, but they had the trophy taken off them because they walked off the pitch due to a referee dispute. Morocco won the trophy instead.
South Africa was the first ever African country to host a World Cup in 2010.
They won 3 consecutive international tournaments, 2 Euros and 1 World Cup. They are also the current holders of the Euros, beating England 2-1 with an extra time in Euro 2024.
Australia have reached quarter of the final 3 times in the history, but have reached further than the round 66 1954.
Tunisia have appeared at the World Cup more than any other African nation. They have been at a total of 6 World Cup: 1978, 1998, 2002, 2018 and 2022.
Turkey scored the fastest goal in World Cup history. It only took 11 seconds to score against South Korea in 2002.
Uruguay won the first ever World Cup that were held in 1930s, beating Brazil 4-2. Uruguay were also the host nation.
Look at this country! You are gay.
The USA are another one of the host nations of the 2026 World Cup. This is the second time that they've hosted, the last time being in 1994.
I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win!
2026 is the first time that Uzbekistan has ever qualified for the World Cup. They are the 3rd post-Soviet state after Russia and Ukraine to qualify.
The Hammers is the nickname of what English football team?